a new time for you to check out today. Are you ready? It is this time. What time is this, kindergarten? This says 14 o'clock. Wait a second. 14 o'clock. Let's check this out. I don't remember there ever being a time called 14 o'clock, kindergarten. Is this a real time or a made-up time? This is definitely a made-up time. This is not real, kindergarten. If we look at our analog clock over here, do we see a 14 on this clock? Nope, there is no 14 on this clock. Our numbers start at 1 and they go all the way around to the number 12. So 14 o'clock is not a time. Neither is 20 o'clock or 21 o'clock. We only go by what is on our analog clocks. And the biggest number is a 12 o'clock. Kindergarten, I am going to play a game with you now. I'm going to need you to go and grab your digital clocks. Maybe you have one drawn on a dry erase board like me. Maybe you have that one that you needed to print out and cut out all the numbers. Go and grab yourself a digital clock because I'm going to give you clues and you're going to have to make a time. I'll see you when you're ready. This first time comes 2 hours after 12 o'clock. 2 hours after 12 o'clock. Pause this video, make that time, and then press play and see if you got it right. 2 hours after 12 o'clock. Did you write 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock is 2 hours after 12 o'clock. That means, if we look on our analog clock, here's the 12. 1 hour after would be 1 o'clock. 2 hours after 12 o'clock would be 2 o'clock. All right, kindergarten, get your digital clocks ready because I have another one for you. Write the time that is 1 hour before 7 o'clock. Write the time that is 1 hour before 7 o'clock. Did you write 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock is 1 hour before 7 o'clock. If we look on our analog clock, let's look at 7 o'clock. 7 is right there for 7 o'clock. And 1 hour before, one number that's before is 6. 6 o'clock is 1 hour before 7 o'clock. All right, here's your next one. It's going to start to get even trickier. Write the time or make the time on your digital clock that is between 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Make the time on your digital clock that is between 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock. The time that is between 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock is 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock comes between 12 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Let's check it out on our analog clock. So here is 10 o'clock and here is 12 o'clock. The number that's in between is 11 o'clock. Kindergarten, please make the time on your digital clock that is 3 hours. Ooh, that's going to be tricky. 3 hours before 8 o'clock. 3 hours before 8 o'clock. What time did you make that is 3 hours before 8 o'clock? Did you make 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock is 3 hours before 8 o'clock. Let's check it out on the analog clock. So if we have our 8 right here, we want to go 3 hours before, which means we want to go toward the small numbers. 3, 1, 2, 3 hours before is 5 o'clock. Okay, get ready because I have just one more for you. Please make the time on your digital clock that is 4 hours after 12 o'clock. 4 hours after 12 o'clock. What time did you make that is 4 hours after after 12 o'clock? Did you make 3 o'clock? Did you make 11 o'clock? Did you make 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock is 4 hours after 12 o'clock. On our analog clock, we have our 12, and then we just need to count 4 spaces after 12. Well, after 12, we don't have 13 and we don't have 14, and we don't go backwards. We start all over at 1. So 4 hours after 12 is 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, kindergarten. 4 o'clock is 12 hours after 4. Good job, kindergarten. You can play this game at home with anyone that's hanging around. Give them clues and they can make a time on a digital clock, or have them give you clues and you can make your time on your digital clock. Make sure that you also do your worksheet. If you need help doing that worksheet, I have another video that you can go and look, and I explain the directions. Good job, kindergarten. I owe you a warm fuzzy. Don't want to forget that, do we? Here is your warm fuzzy for math for today. Here's how full your bucket is so far. We'll count these up tomorrow on Friday. I'll see you guys later.